Hi students, a very pleasant and warm greetings to you all. Hope you are doing good. Last session we have seen about CSS, right? So we have learned about HTML, CSS, that is cascading style sheet, and we have learned how to create a CSS style sheet and how to link the CSS with HTML also, right? And today we are going to learn JavaScript, okay? This is little like HTML only. Here we are going to have some codes in JavaScript. Here we are going to include this JavaScript inside HTML. Okay, as we have included the CSS inside HTML, here in this chapter we are going to include the JavaScript inside HTML. Okay, when you are including the CSS, that is cascading style sheet inside HTML, you get some styles of font and some difference in the web page, right? Likewise, here, if you are using this JavaScript, you will have a huge difference in the web page, right? Let's see this JavaScript. Okay, on December 4th, 1995, Netscape and Sun included jointly. Both Netscape and Sun jointly introduced this JavaScript 1. That is the first version. Okay, in 1995 on December 4th. Okay, this JavaScript has bridged the gap between the simple world of HTML and the more complex CGI and all. The more complex programs on the server can be done using this JavaScript. Okay, this more complex common gateway interface. That is, if you are entering something in the web page, if it can be taken inside or according to your entry, whoever is seeing the web page can respond in that web page, right? That thing, that common gateway interface, that program on the server has been brought by this JavaScript only, right? In HTML, we designed a page so that we can just view it. If you are giving a text, we'll view the text in web page. If you are giving an image, you will view it in the web page which you have created. In the browser screen, we'll see. Right here in this JavaScript, you are going to give something. You can give something, or you can type a number, and according to the number you will get the output. Likewise, you will be having the uh, way to access, or we can interface with the a common gateway, right? This provides a common scripting language for web developers, and that will be easy to design, test and deploy the internet applications, right? This JavaScript client-side technology will provide many advantages over the traditional CGI server-side script. For example, if you see this JavaScript, this code can be used to check if the user has entered a valid email ID or not, right? If you are having a form, you know to create a form, right? In the form, we have given text area or text box um, for name, username and all, email ID and all. We have given the text box, right? If they have really typed the uh, email ID or not. Email ID means it will have a format, right? It will have a name at the some Gmail or Yahoo.com, like that it will have, right? That format you can give, and we can check whether that is a valid email address, whether that field contains the format of at and .com or .co.in, like that. That format we can give using this JavaScript, right? This code is executed when the user will click the submit button in the form. Okay, only if all the entries are valid, that a particular form will be submitted, right? Or else you can set something else, error, or you have not saved, you have not entered all the documents, like that. You can give some response to that, right? The next one is advantages of JavaScript programming language, right? Here in HTML and all, we learned how to develop the static web page, right? So that it won't have some so many changes and all. But here in this real life web pages and all, it must be somewhat interactive, right? If it is interactive only, people will be viewing your web pages so many times, right? So to develop this interactive pages or dynamic web pages, this JavaScript program language is used, right? This JavaScript is a programming language only, right? Here, the user entered data in the dynamic web page will be validated before sending it to the server, right? This saves the server traffic, which means only less load will be there on the server. Only if the value is correct or the value format is accepted, it will be saved inside the server. So traffic will be less, right? This JavaScript includes such items like text box, buttons, drag and drop components, sliders, these and all to give a rich interface to the site viewers. Okay, here for example, if you see, if you are creating a new email account in any service provider, it will be designed with this JavaScript only, right? Using this JavaScript in HTML page, let's see about what tag is used to link this JavaScript inside the HTML page. Okay, script tag is used. Okay, this JavaScript can be implemented using the script tag. That script tag means we'll have script, or the closing tag for the script tag is slash script. Okay, the closing tag will start with slash, right? Same way here in this script tag also, the opening tag is script tag and the closing tag will be slash script. Okay, the script tag containing JavaScript, and this can be placed anywhere within the web page. Okay, this is normally recommended that it should be kept within the head tags. Okay, normally this script tag will be uh, returned inside the head section only. Okay, this script tag alerts the browser program to start the interpreting all the text between these tags as a script command. Okay, the command of this script or this script codes and all will come inside the head tag only. Let's see the syntax of JavaScript segment in this HTML or in this dynamic HTML hypertext markup language, right? First, you will open the script tag. Okay, script language is equal to, here we are using JavaScript, right? Here you have to give the programming language name. So script language is equal to JavaScript. That JavaScript must be returned inside double quotes, right? And you have to leave a space, and then type is equal to, and again inside double quotes you have to give text slash JavaScript, right? After giving this, you can close that tag, and then you can give the JavaScript coding there, and at last you have to close the script tag. How will you close the script tag? Slash script, right? Here if you see, here there are two attributes, right? Here we saw language and type, right? Language means this attribute will specify the scripting language. Here we are seeing JavaScript, so in this language attribute will give JavaScript, right? This typically its value will be JavaScript. Okay, although this recent versions of HTML, this extensible HTML, this XHTML, this is a successor of it, and this have phased out the use of this attribute is optional, right? So this means you can just use it without this attribute itself, right? In this now available HTML versions and all. Right, the correct form is you have to include this language attribute and type attribute, right? Type attribute means that is used to indicate the scripting language, and its value should be set to text slash JavaScript, right? Next we are going to see the steps to follow to code JavaScript language. Okay, first you have to enter the HTML, right? And JavaScript code is can be typed using any type text editor. Okay, and then you have to save the latest version of the code, right? And then you can use any browser to see the result. For example, you can use Internet Explorer, or you can use Google Chrome or Mozilla Firefox, any one of the browser, and you can view the result in the browser page, right? If this is a new document, you have to open the file through browser's open menu. Okay, the browser will have open menu, right? In that open menu, you can just select the file from that browser's open menu. Okay, if you have the document and it is already loaded in the memory, means to reload the file into the browser, we'll use refresh key, right? Refresh key, or in the keyboard means you will use F5 button. Okay, F5 is button is used for refreshing, right? Let's see the first JavaScript program. Okay, this is the simple JavaScript program only. First they have opened the HTML tag, and then head tag, and then title tag. That they have given the title and closed the title tag, and after that JavaScript is included inside this head section, right? Script language is equal to JavaScript. Type is equal to text slash JavaScript, right? And the next line, document dot write, and inside the bracket, inside the double quotes, we are giving hello world, right? Whatever you are giving inside this document dot write will be displayed in the output, right? Here you can see the output also. In the output page we have hello world, right? And then the script tag is closed, and then the head tag is also closed, and then body tag will be opened. And if you have something to be written in the body tag, you will just type that, and then you'll close the body tag, that is slash body, and close the HTML tag also, that is slash HTML, right? And the next one is lexical structure, right? Lexical structure of a JavaScript program. Okay, lexical structure of a programming language means this is the set of elementary rules that are used to write the program in that specific language. Okay, this is the lowest level of level syntax of a language, right? This JavaScript is a programming language, right? So here lexical structure means that specifies the variable name, the delimiter characters of comments, and how one program statement is separated from the next. These all we'll see in this lexical structure of JavaScript, right? Though this JavaScript is a case sensitive language, this is a good programming practice to type the command in lowercase. Okay, this is a case sensitive language. This JavaScript is a case sensitive language only. It is a good programming practice to type the command in small letters, right? This JavaScript will ignore the spaces that is between the tokens. Okay, tokens means here we can say identifiers, operators, punctuators, constants, and keywords also in the program, right? So this JavaScript will ignore the spaces which are present between the tokens. Okay, and next one is JavaScript supports two styles of comment. That is, any text that is following a slash or a double slash means at the end of the line also it is and at the end of the line it will be treated as a single line command, and that will be ignored by the JavaScript, right? In HTML we saw the comment, right? Same like that, that also can be used here. If that comment is a single line, we can just use double slash, right? If it has more than one or two lines means we'll use slash star, right? That means it is a multi-line command. Okay, here in this JavaScript the comment is same as the HTML only. In that HTML, in CSS also we saw, if you want to give some comment, you will give inside slash star and the comment, and then the star slash again, right? So whatever is in between that slash star won't be displayed in the output, or it won't be processed. That particular code won't be processed, right? If it is a single line comment, we'll use double slash. Okay, this JavaScript uses the semicolon to separate the statements. Okay, many JavaScript uh, programmers and all use semicolons to explicitly mark the end of the statements and all, right? To end the statements here, JavaScript will use semicolon. Okay, Literally, if you see if a data, a literal means it is a data value. Okay, literal is a data value for variable that appears directly in a program, right? If here we have literal identifiers and keywords, means literal means it is a data value for a variable, right, that appears directly in a program. Okay, an identifier is simply a name. Okay, identifier means it is just a name. In this JavaScript identifiers, in this JavaScript, this identifier can be used to name the variables and maybe the functions, and to provide labels for certain loops in JavaScript code also. Okay, in this JavaScript, some keywords are used as the reserved words. Okay, these words cannot be used as identifiers in a program, but these keywords are used as the reserved words. Okay, so these are the lexical structure of JavaScript program, right? So today we have seen the introduction about JavaScript. When was this JavaScript introduced? In 1995, December 4th by Netscape and Sun Inc, right? And then we have seen the advantages, right? We have seen the advantages, and we have seen about using JavaScript in HTML page with script tag, right? Script tag only is used to write the JavaScript inside HTML, right? And then we saw in that script we have two attributes, language and type, right? And we have seen the steps to follow to code JavaScript languages, right? And we have seen the first JavaScript program also, and then lexical structure of a JavaScript. We have seen some points also inside lexical structure of a JavaScript program, right? So next we are going to see about JavaScript variables, that we'll see in the next session, right? Thank you for your valuable time. Stay home, stay safe, take care, bye.